Welcome back to ESL Media. This week's drama is Strong Girl Bong-soon. Strong Girl Bong-soon, also known as Strong Woman Do Bong-soon, is a comedic romantic story with a mystery and some fantasy mixed in. Came out in 2017. Now, Bong-soon, the main character, is a young lady who looks small and sweet and is currently looking for a job. You see, she has a secret. This secret comes from her mother's side of the family. It's a gift that's been naturally handed down from mother to daughter. That gift is one of intensely powerful strength. Now, as you can probably imagine, there is a love interest, Min-hook. He's been threatened by some sort of unknown figure. Not sure what's going on. He doesn't want to be open about it. Doesn't want to share that with the public. He's currently running a digital game company, and his family's having some internal conflict. So he needs to be secure, and his safety is never really guaranteed. Now, since he has witnessed Bong-soon's strength, he wants to hire her as his personal bodyguard. Now, there's a third character, of course, In-guk-do. He's grown up with Bong-soon, and he doesn't know that she has really been crushing on him for a long time. Or does he? Maybe he does. You have to watch and see. As a police officer, he's been investigating this case that has a series of missing women all in the neighborhood. And he worries that Bong-soon might get hurt from it. See, he doesn't know just yet how capable she is to really kind of take care of herself. Give you a little plot primer. It goes like this. From time to time, she's going to reveal her strength when the situation is unavoidable. She would like to hide her power because she knows it could bring more trouble overall. Of course, she feels that this strength is really more of a burden to her at this point than it is any kind of gift. Now, the drama does a great job of explaining this family legacy. The legendary story has been handed down generation to generation through this book, apparently, which I found a very interesting way of telling it. This whole story kind of kicks off with the news. There's been a series of kidnappings that are happening all over the neighborhood. While she's using her power to catch this kidnapper, she gets caught up in a love conflict between two guys, kind of a love triangle, if you want to think of it in that way. As you watch through this drama, there's three things that I think the author has done an amazing job of balancing here. Number one is that there is this muscle power girl who is also sweet and cute. And you see, Bong-soon, on her mother's side, has been told that this power can only be used for good. If she's to use the power with some sort of unclean motivation, then there's payment to be made for that. So there's a downside to using this like for your own good. Now, through the episodes, we're going to see how small and cute this girl is, and she's crushing on this old-time friend who lives near her. She tries to hide her identity and wants to be closer to Gokdu. It seems that she's putting on her kind of girliest face when she's with him. There were some scenes where she shows that she is just the sweetest, most adorable thing you can imagine. Now, not only is she sweet and cute, but the question really is, just how strong is she? I got a clip here of when she was a child to show you. Maybe you get an idea. This drama often shows Bong-soon's character using her power in a comic way. There's a scene that shows exactly how emotionally attached to the character you become, even though she is strong. If anybody really gets her in a trap, then there's still nothing she can do. An interesting theme that keeps running through this is whenever she wears her pink oversized hoodie, you know it's time for action. I love that. There is a social issue happening here very often in Korean dramas. They take a social issue and I don't want to say they play with it, but they kind of explore it a little bit. It's common knowledge that Korean men use and have used violence towards female family members. That has been an issue they've been dealing with for a long time. But right now in South Korea, violence towards random women is becoming a bigger and bigger social matter. Lately, when you read the Korean news, you're going to find out about protests against sexism. And even some of them are even going farther and calling themselves feminists, which is a huge move in Korea. There's also some man hate groups that are starting to crop up in South Korea. It really has become a war between men and women, especially in the online community. And we're going to talk for a minute about misogyny, and I want to be fairly clear when we use that word what we mean. Misogyny can be its closely related word like sexism. It actually signifies discrimination based on sex, but it's of course most frequently used when we're talking about women. So this misogyny is basically a new concept in South Korea, and it's really been taken on by the writer Mi Kyu-baek. The writer takes on this issue, especially when it comes to the mystery part of the story. See, this super muscle-powered mystery is adding to the story. It intensifies all these tensions and all these forces that are happening not only in real life South Korea, but in the drama itself. They've done a heck of a job mixing three genres together. There's definitely fantasy, there's definitely mystery, and there's definitely a romantic story all happening at one point. This is a little off topic, but the same screenwriter shows up suddenly in the industry and has become a surprising new upstart, making this huge impression on every piece that she's worked on so far. This Is My Love was her earlier piece that Netflix is currently showing off everywhere. If you liked Strong Girl Bong-soon, I suggest you watch this romantic drama, This Is My Love. Well, number two is social issues being tackled here. Perhaps this kind of super-powered woman is not that big a deal in Western pop culture, but it's a brand new idea in Korea. And frankly, having watched a lot of Korean drama, it's refreshing that a romantic drama has a main role as the female and is not required to be protected or provided for. She's not sobbing or helpless. She can really take charge and put down the evildoer. I love that. She's been trying really hard to keep this gift/burden thing hidden. But this time she can't ignore that there's a serial killer, or a serial kidnapper rather, running crime in the neighborhood. And though she looks nothing like Wonder Woman, she looks nothing like Black Widow, she absolutely glows with her petite charm. And I think she stands up next to them just fine as a real superhero. The third thing we need to focus on here is there is a ton of Asian guys' fashion in this drama, which of course is very interesting. The two main characters are guys, and that brings men's fashion right to the topic of our social community here in South Korea. Maybe you want to put these items on your boyfriend. It's classic that Asian fashion boys always wear sweaters. So this drama shows guys spring sweaters that really do bring on a romantic mood. We also get to see many men's jackets in this drama. When I say many, I mean so many of them. You could actually use them to show contrast between the two guys' fashion sense, from fun to serious, light in color to darker in color. There's especially a lot of leather jackets, suede for the springtime. This drama originally aired in Korea in the spring. And of course, sports wardrobes as well. Lately, drama fashion tries to show more of a free, casual, sporty kind of wardrobe. And I know that guys are more interested in looking at these casual sweat or gym fashion when they're consuming dramas. And guys in this drama also wear a variety of sporty type lines. Now, there is some product placement here. It's very common in these sorts of dramas. So I made a few clips in the spring of 2017. First up is Ingersoll. This watch is made by Ingersoll, which of course is an American brand, but it's also popular in South Korea. Now, Sakai is another brand. This particular photo here is a padded jacket. It was quite an eye catcher on the first viewing. And also the sweater, so striking. This has made Sakai a huge Japanese fashion brand. The guy's dandy looks as well. This drama shows a lot less suits and ties than some dramas, but there are a few rare occasions they get to show up in their model-looking cuts. Well, to wrap things up, I have to give this 4 out of 5 helpings of sundubu. And my real question is, what kind of sundubu is best? I have my opinion. Put it in the link below. Like us, subscribe. Let us know what your favorite sundubu is this week.